Hello everyone and welcome to Workday Industry Insights Europe. I'm so glad that you have joined us today for what promises to be a great virtual event. Our theme for today is It's Time to Lead in a Changing World. And I'm sure you all agree that we've all had to make changes, big and small, to the way that we approach business, both on the strategic level and also the simple day-to-day. We would have loved this event to be face-to-face, to meet you all in person and really enjoy the networking opportunities. But for now, we need to think differently and change our approach. We still believe, though, you will get a lot of value from today's sessions, and we dearly hope that we get to see you again in person at some point in the near future. I think it's fair to say that 2020 hasn't quite kicked off the new decade the way anyone in business would have liked. COVID-19 has impacted every aspect of our lives, how we live, how we work, and how we interact. And while the pandemic has introduced new challenges, it's also highlighted and accelerated some pre-existing problems. As organisations adapt to the new normal, they're also coming to the realisation that the challenges that they needed to address before COVID-19 are now the ones that are being amplified and having a bigger impact on the business. Born out of necessity, business leaders over the world are now facing a harsher reality about the urgency with which digital transformation must take place, regardless of the industry you work in. We have all been forced to take a harder look at what we're doing right now and what needs improving inside our own organisations. And in my mind, changes in the way that we work, where our employees choose to work, how we engage with technology, and the way that we think about our customers are all underpinned by one key factor, and that's organisational agility. So what happens now? Businesses must come to terms with the fundamental shifts that have taken place in their industries to face the future head on. And with the world evolving quickly, it's time to rethink how you run your business and embrace the future with confidence. If the COVID-19 pandemic has brought one thing into sharper focus, it is that businesses must be more agile. They must be able to pivot in order to react to persistent change. And where agility had become something a bit of a buzzword for doing things better, it is now a business imperative. And there's evidence to suggest that agile companies reap the rewards in terms of performance. A McKinsey study, The Need for Speed in the Post-COVID-19 Era, found that fast organisations outperform others by a wide margin on a range of outcomes, including profitability, operational resilience, and organisational health and growth. Similarly, a recent global study from Workday, Organisational Agility, the roadmap to digital acceleration, echoed those sentiments as well. The research found that agile organisations, those with the capabilities to react quickly and effectively to opportunities, have never been as strongly placed to benefit from the ability to operate at speed. During tough times, though, I think it's common, even prudent, to show caution when looking at investments. And innovation is often the first lever for finance to pull when the purse strings get tight. Yet, for many global businesses, the march towards digital transformation has not been halted by the current situation. Indeed, it may even have accelerated, as companies realise that the systems that they have in place today just simply cannot cope with the current pace of change. And in fact, IDC noted that 40% of European businesses view the COVID-19 crisis as a driver to move key systems to the cloud now and not later. Transformation is not risk-free, though, but embracing agility can counter this by providing businesses with the resilience needed to meet continuous change with confidence. Ask yourself, are your processes agile enough? Could your core business systems react to major operational changes at speed? While the COVID pandemic highlights the business need for agility and speed, it's really important we understand it's not just simply about doing everything at breakneck speed. Organisational agility is about looking for innovative ways to build business resilience, future-proof revenue streams, improve operations, and ensure employees are well managed and supported. I think it's compelling that both the McKinsey and the Workday studies showed that organisations that responded fastest to the pandemic are more likely than others to have embedded agile capabilities, such as data accessibility and cross-functional collaboration. Access to data and the ability to collaborate across functions are key components of agility. And as you can see from this quote from Leslie Ballantyne, Director of People Operations for the John Lewis Partnership, having the right core business systems in place has allowed them to respond with speed to the current business climate. And we've all had to find innovative ways of doing the traditional tasks and handling processes during the lockdown, and much of that is about how agile your business is. Mike Neller, Senior Vice President, Global Controller and Chief Accounting Officer at Aon plc, recently explained how his team closed the financial period fully remotely for the first time. This again is just a great example of how having the right technologies in place can support any organisation in a changing modern world. As these quotes from Workday customers demonstrate, we have been at the centre of digital transformation and the move to the cloud for well over a decade now. And in fact, we were one of the pioneers in supporting businesses looking for the core business systems that brought agility, speed, and resilience to their organisations. This has allowed us to grow a wonderful customer community here in EMEA over the years. And as you can see from some of these customer examples across retail and hospitality, professional services, and financial services. And how have we been successful? We really have put the customer firmly at the centre of everything we do. We are customer obsessed, and this obsession has meant that we have 70% of our customers live and in production at any point in time. And that we're also able to boast a customer satisfaction rating of 97%. Both of these data points are unrivaled in our industry and why we have become the trusted choice for companies looking to successfully deliver on their core business systems transformations. As Gartner recently quoted, an amazing customer experience is one of the biggest competitive advantages a company can have. So I think we can all agree it's been a tough start to the new decade. And while on the surface it may be hard to find some positives, but what has really impressed me is the resilience of businesses to get the job done. Many business leaders have smashed down the barriers that inhibit change and really embraced organisational agility to truly transform the way their companies operate. We don't know how 2021 will pan out, but the business that are built to respond quickly to persistent change will thrive in an era that promises to be anything but normal. So that's enough from me today, and I hope that's given you some food for thought as you embark on the rest of your time with us here at Workday today. We have 3 tracks running in parallel, one for each industry. If I could invite you to join the relevant track by clicking on the menu in front of you, that would be great. Each track will be introduced by an analyst to provide their perspective. So, for professional and business services, we have Margot Visitacion, VP Principal Analyst at Forrester. For financial services, we have Olivia Berdak, VP of Research and Director at Forrester. And for retail and consumer goods, you will hear from Phil Carter, Chief Analyst, EMEA at IDC. Each track will also have a panel of customers, and the panels are moderated by journalists who have expertise in the different industries. These panels will provide you with valuable insights into how companies similar to your own have been tackling industry challenges and how they've been addressing them. And finally, there will be a conversation between Workday and our partners on industry solutions and the Workday value proposition. The partners are KPMG for financial services, PwC for professional and business services, and Accenture for retail and consumer goods. I'm sure you will get a lot of value from these sessions, but please do follow up and ask us about additional research, customer stories, and our upcoming events as you hopefully go on a journey of success with Workday. And with that, let's get on with the show.